Hey, what is going on, Scorpios? Butch Tarot here. I am going to do a general read. Because it's a general read, it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. I didn't say crotch watchers, did I? I feel like, sometimes when you say something and then you think back and you, like, even if it's instant like that, like just there, I don't want to stop the video to find out. If I did, I'm sorry. I meant cross watchers. If I did say cross watchers, I'm just crazy. For all the cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. With all that being said, I'm going to pull an oracle card first. Norris, give us a card for Scorpio. What do we got for Scorpio? Choices, searching for purpose, daydreaming. Crossed, it's called. I don't know why I put it down. Anyway, with all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what message do we have for Scorpios? What can we see for Scorpios? All right, Scorpios. Excuse me. All right, Scorpio. So I feel like, first and foremost, I feel like this is someone you know. And I feel like with this person, you definitely feel like there's something going on. You feel... It's like you catch this person looking at you. And not just looking at you, but looking at you. You know what I mean? Like you could feel like there's definitely this person's definitely got something they're thinking about. But for some of you, this may be just a friendship as of right now. Someone you work with, someone you go to school with. I definitely feel like you're in close contact with this person. Close enough that this person sees you. And like I said, I mean, it could be a friendship. It could just be someone you work with. But I mean, I feel like this person... Like you definitely get the gist that this person may be into you. But they're not saying anything. There may be some flirtatious energy, here and there with the Knight of Wands, because I feel like this person can't really hold it back that well. And that's what I see. I see this person holding it back. Now, for some of you, this may even be something casual, maybe more than a little friendship, but not quite a relationship. I'm feeling like this person sees you a little bit deeper than that. And you're definitely seeing potential with this person. I definitely feel like there's a back and forth between the two of you. With the Page of Wands, there's definitely potential here. They have potential. But like I said, I mean, I feel like there's some back and forth, hot and cold. Like, a lot of times when I think of the Five of Pentacles, that Taurus energy, it's it's hot and cold, like they're on and they're off. With this, I feel like it's more, it's a difference between energy and action. Their energy is hot. Their actions are kind of cold. They're not really doing a whole lot with that. You know, I mean, I feel like they're keeping it from you. And I feel like they're overthinking the shit out of this. You know, and so first and foremost, you're right. There's definitely something going on between the two of you. This person is definitely thinking about you. They're definitely, you definitely have their attention. You know, but I feel like they're overthinking it, and they got that, you know, that self-imposed prison energy, spending a lot of time in their head, kind of really going over this, you know, with that hermit, that Virgo energy. But a lot of that time in their head is fantasizing about you. I mean, they're dreaming about you. They're dreaming with their eyes wide open. You know, so when you catch them thinking about you, you catch them staring at you, that's exactly what they're doing. You know, sometimes people, like, we think people are looking at us or think people are watching us, but they're not. They're watching you. I mean, they're watching you, and you got this storm brewing inside this person. Like, this person is a whole bunch of twisted. You know, we got this Tower card. I mean, they're falling apart. They're falling apart. And I mean, it's not, like I said, it with this person, it's breaking free of the idea that this is not a physical thing. I mean, this person is definitely interested in you physically, but there's something else. You know, like I said, for some of you, this may already be a casual relationship, a friends with benefits type energy, but that isn't what it should be. That isn't what they want it to be. Now, for others, it may be, like I said, it's just a friendship with some physical undertones, flirtatious energy, some flirtiness. But that's as far as it goes, because I feel like this person doesn't trust themselves around you. You know, this person doesn't trust themselves around you. It's like when you're on a diet. Don't ask me where this shit comes from, because I don't know. It's like when you're on a diet and you know, you see this big ass juicy burger or whatever your favorite food is, and you know you're not supposed to have it, and you know, you try to talk yourself out of taking that first bite. You're like, oh no, maybe I'll just take a bite. You know, if you have that bite, you're not gonna stop. And that's what this person, this is how they see it. Like, they won't be able to stop themselves once this train starts moving. There's no brakes. You know, so I feel like this person, like I said, I mean, they're trying to be reasonable here, and they don't know what to do with it. I don't feel like this is always the case, though. And I feel like that may be part of the, you know, we're filling in some blanks here. Six of Swords, I feel like something changed recently, some big changes of how this person saw you. And that's what, I mean, that's what changed this scenario. They saw exactly what they've been waiting for. You know, this person, there's something big happened, whether it just happened or is it going to happen. Something changed. And it changed how this person saw you, and it changed what this person wanted from you. And it changed them forever. So it must be something huge, because, like I said, they see you in a whole different light. I mean, something changed. I mean, that's when this person fell. I don't get the gist that this person fell slowly. Whatever changed, whatever this person, whatever happened, I mean, this person fell hard. And like I said, I mean, with the Lover's card, that Gemini energy, going back to the Knight of Pentacles, they don't know if they can trust themselves around you. And they don't want to screw this up. I mean, I feel like this person's going to be honest with you. I feel like they're going to open up to you, and I feel like they're going to give to you. They just got to figure out how to give to you in moderation. It feels like they don't want to come on too strong. But like I said, I feel like this person is going to show up for you, and I feel like this person is they're going to be honest with you. They're going to be straight to the point, honest. They just don't want to make any mistakes with that five of swords. And I feel like that's the only thing holding this person back right now. We got the 9 of Wands. It's a defensive energy. Like I said, that we go back. We also have the Tower card. I mean, this person, they're falling apart inside because they know exactly what they want. They just don't know how to get it. But like I said, I do feel like they're going to be honest with you, and I feel like that's going to be the way to do it. I mean, I feel like it's a matter of trusting their intuition. And I feel like they're going to do that. But like I said, there's a lot of intense energy. Like I said, I feel like you already know who I'm talking about. For those who already met this person, like I said, this could be someone new as well. I mean, it's very new energy. How they see you is new. Whether they see you and that you are new. One thing's for sure, this person didn't fall slowly. They fell fast, and they fell hard. I don't know where my ideas come from. The universe just blesses me with these ridiculous metaphors sometimes. But all I can think about was this big, juicy, for all those that don't eat meat, it could be a Beyond Meat burger. But you know what I mean? Like your favorite thing, a piece of cake, a piece of pie, whatever. Whenever you're dieting or you're trying to, eat healthier, think of that favorite thing that you love the most, the thing that would bring you to your knees and make you, we all have that thing. My thing is steak. Fortunately enough, steak is not that unhealthy. But all the sauces you put on it obviously are. But you know what I mean? If you have one piece, you can say it all you want to yourself. Oh, I'm just going to have a little nibble. That's it. It's like that old Lay's commercial. I bet you can't have just one or whatever it is. Anyway. With this person, we have Taurus. We have Virgo. We have Capricorn as well. We have Scorpio, Cancer, we have some Gemini, Aquarius, Sagittarius, and Leo. I remember when I first met Rose. I know, another one of my Rose stories. When you're with someone for 16, almost 17 years now, it's hard to have other stories. So she is part of a lot of my stories. But anyway, when I first met her, I had a hard time looking her in the eyes. And it's not because I was hiding anything or anything like that. It just, there was something about her eyes that I don't know. I was thinking one day that her eyes were like these pools. And if I looked too deep, I might fall in. And that was obviously metaphorical, but I was always, you know what I mean? Like, when I met Rose, I was in a place where I wasn't looking. I wasn't looking for someone. I was done. I was on permanent vacation from love. I never found it before that, but I was in a serious relationship prior to that, a couple years before her, and I didn't get the love. I wasn't in love with her, the girl. I had never been in love before, but I really liked her. I cared about her, and she screwed me over big time. So I was just kind of like, if that's what like feels like, I don't want to be in love. And then I met her, Rose, and I knew from the moment I saw her the first time that I was in trouble. It was instant, no doubt. Like, she had everything that I would consider on my list of things I wanted. You know what I mean? And not to get too much into it, but I mean, I've always been a brunette type guy. Yeah, no offense to the blondes out there or the redheads. Brown and black hair was always just kind of my thing. I always liked girls that weren't necessarily skinny. Had a little bit of meat on their bones. I like someone that I can go eat with that's going to eat with me. She just had all these things. She had the curves, and she was hardworking. She was intelligent. I mean, all these things, like, the physical is what you notice first, and you just do from a distance. But as I got to know her, the more she started checking more and more boxes. So I was trying to stop myself. It's like falling. When you're falling in love, if you think of it like falling down a hole or something, like I'm trying to grab onto the side, trying to slow myself down, but it's no good because I don't know. I went too far with it, I think. You get what I'm saying, though. Even though you're falling and you can feel yourself falling and you try to stop yourself, but it's like the more you work to stop yourself, the harder it is to stop. But I just was afraid if I looked too deeply into her eyes, I wouldn't ever get back out. And I didn't. I was right. Anyway. It's funny, like, when I talked about something changing, I've seen that happen before. There's one of my best friends, his girlfriend. They were friends for 7 or 8 years before they even dated. And he said, I never saw her that way. Never, she was obviously attractive, he said, but I never was interested in her. And it was just, he said, we went on this, they were in this, they both had kids with different people. And their kids go to scouts, and there was like this scouting thing, and the parents got to go. And he said, when I seen her with her kid, just how she was, and, that was so attractive to me. And he said, I just kind of fell for her. But he had seen her before at these things, and like they met. I mean, I live in a small town, so everybody knows everybody anyway. But he said it was just the way she was with all the kids, and the way his kid gelled with her. Like, she was really, like, they just really got along. They had a really good connection. He said that was just. But that is the hardest thing, especially when you have kids, is meeting someone that actually gels with your kid, because your kid's important to you. Your kids are the most important thing to you. So if you're going to meet somebody, you want them to gel. And if they can gel before you even get to that point of dating, And it's just funny. Like, it's funny to think of that. That was the moment. But it's like that. You know, I always say that when you meet the right one, you'll fall in love over and over again with that same person. That's when you know it's real. You know, you can fall in love again and again and again with the same person. I do it all the time. Anyway, be good. Take care. Stay safe.